The night they raided her village, Elara was braiding her little sister's hair. The screams came first, sharp, guttural, the kind that made her blood turn to ice. Then the smoke. Then the men. They burst through the door, armored in black steel, faces hidden behind snarling wolf helms. One of them backhanded her father to the ground. Another dragged her mother away by her hair. Elara lunged for her sister, but a gauntlet fist caught her across the jaw, and the world went dark. When she woke, she was in chains. They had taken her as a trophy. The Warlord's men paraded her through the streets of their fortress city, bound in iron, her bare feet scraping against the cobblestones. The people jeered, throwing rotten fruit, spitting curses. She was nothing to them, just another spoil of war, another broken thing to be displayed. And then he stepped forward. Kael was the Warlord's second in command, a man carved from battle and shadow. He moved like a storm, all quiet fury and coiled strength. When the others leered at her, he didn't. When they mocked her, he stayed silent. And when the Warlord, a brute named Vorak, grabbed her by the throat and declared her his newest prize, Kael's jaw tightened. That night, Vorak threw a feast in her dishonor. Elara was forced to kneel beside his throne, her wrists raw from the shackles, her body trembling with rage and fear. The Warlord drank deeply, his fingers digging into her skin as he boasted of his conquests. Then Kael approached. "Let me take her," he said, voice low. Vorak laughed. "What, you want a turn?" Kael didn't flinch. "She's no use to you if she's dead before the week's end. Let me break her properly." The Warlord considered it, then shrugged, shoving Elara forward. "Fine. But when I want her back, you bring her." Kael didn't answer. He simply took her arm, gently, and led her away. His quarters were sparse, dimly lit by a single lantern. The moment the door closed, Elara recoiled, expecting violence. But Kael just unlocked her chains. She stared at him. "Sit," he said, nodding to the cot. She didn't move. He exhaled, running a hand through his dark hair. "I'm not going to hurt you." "Why?" The word was a blade. Kael hesitated. Then quietly, "Because I remember what it's like to be taken." She hadn't expected that. For days he brought her food, let her wash, gave her a cloak to hide the bruises. He didn't touch her, didn't speak unless necessary. And when Vorak demanded her return, Kael lied. "She's ill." Another day. But they both knew time was running out. On the seventh night, Elara finally spoke. "You could let me go." Kael looked up from sharpening his blade. "And then what? You'd be dead before sunrise." "I'd rather die free." Something flickered in his eyes. Regret. Resolve. The next morning, Vorak stormed into the room. "Enough. I want her." Kael stepped between them. "No." The Warlord's face darkened. "What?" "She's not yours." Vorak laughed, then swung. Kael moved faster. The fight was brutal, a clash of steel and fury. Elara watched, heart in her throat, as Kael drove his dagger into Vorak's throat. The Warlord gasped, choking on his own blood before collapsing. "Silence!" Shouts. The guards were coming. Kael grabbed her hand. "Run!" They fled through secret passages, into the wilds beyond the city. When they finally stopped, breathless beneath the stars, Elara turned to him. "Why?" she asked again. Kael met her gaze. "Because you were never a trophy." And for the first time since the raid, she believed it. Epilogue. They found her sister in a slave camp 2 years later. When the guards lunged, Kael fought. When the chains snapped shut, Elara broke them. And when the child wept, they held her, not as spoils, not as prizes, but as family. Because some things no conqueror could ever take.